The train derailment of a car with chemicals below. So I heard about what happened today, and I heard about it days ago, but I've been struggling to get a job, so that's why I'm making this video now. Apparently, this trail derailment, this blow, is getting so bad, people are comparing it to Stranger Things. I honestly would have compared it to, what's that one series Noel and I were watching? I forgot what it was called. So it's kind of like Super 8, and me and Noel watched that movie. You know, this huge chemical reaction is exactly why there are environmentalists, there are Go Green people who are out there trying to make a difference, trying to make a world safer, go green. This is why we need to go green, because these chemicals are dangerous. The fact that we have these chemicals can pollute and create, viruses, can create dangerous environmental issues. And I loved trains as a kid. I remember playing them, and the fact that I'm hearing about this train, it's heartening me, because these beautiful craftsmanships of trains. I loved playing them as a kid, and it just breaks my heart to see these things crash and burn. If all we do is just create pollution, then what is the point of us, going green? I mean, this is why my friend Savannah, who was talking about helping people, how us as society is creating these chemicals, these pollutions. These could create other viruses. These could create, something like The Last of Us, where these spores from chemicals or whatever, or like when COVID was created from a Chinese communist lab, or when it was hurt by when a woman abused a bat in China. I mean, this could create virus that created the virus COVID pandemic. I mean, this is why environmentalists, are very extreme about pollution, about these chemicals. We need to go green. We need to be more safer with the environment and the beauty of animals. I mean, the fact that Warner Brothers was helped by a very abusive company that was abusive on animals, from Westworld and Elephant, it just hurts me. So the fact that we are constantly creating these viruses and seeing these mushroom clouds in the airs, it's like people are comparing this to Chernobyl. I saw this hashtag called Chernobyl, Ohio. And it's like, why? Why do we need to constantly have these abusive, constant mongering chemical organizations creating compounds that could kill us but give us energy? Why do we need to do that when we can have solar energy and with the flip of the switch be electrical? That's why we need to create technologies to help the planet safer, to help the environment more perfectly, more bound, more constructive, so we don't have to create catastrophes like Chernobyl, which is, a lot of people are comparing this cloud that is hovering over Ohio like the Ohio Chernobyl, and it's really scary. Please, guys, can we please, just for once, come together and talk about how we can help the environment instead of creating things that could conjuredly pollute and damage us and hurt our planet? Why do we need to constantly create chemicals and chemical reactions like Chernobyl happened, this is now happening again in Ohio. That's what people are comparing it to, because the cloud mushroom, so why not use that as a reference? So yeah. And the fact that this is happening in Ohio, it's truly scary. This is where I live, my home state. I live out in Upper Cleveland, Ohio, but this is just my home state, and the fact that this is happening in my home state, it's really scary, and it's a scary thought that these chemicals, and with us just a year from the pandemic, having to go through this catastrophe, it's very scary. And it gives me that fear that we could conjure up a new virus and a new pandemic, because these chemicals can give a reaction to creating a virus, to creating a pandemic. And so this is kind of like bringing that idea of being in The Last of Us, where these spores can conjure a pandemic or whatever. I don't know. I guess I'm just weird. I'm sorry if I'm being a little mental trigger, but yeah, this is crazy.